Peace, what's up, y'all? I'm recording right now, and right now, I clocked in at 10 on my phone, but I had to just spend a lot of time just setting up the camera. Um, Now I'm looking for my earbuds case. Let me look in the bathroom for real. Okay, it's not here, so let me look in the kitchen. It's not here. Let me look in my section. Let me look in my section. Okay, now over here. Let's look over where these papers is at. Now over here. Okay, let's move these blankets. Okay, I found it. That actually worked. We just found a method to find things. We just started. Boom. Found it. There we go. Just make sure you put your shit away. Excuse me. But make sure you put your things back where they belong so things don't get lost. You can keep the mic cord right up in this bag. Oh, y'all got me right here. That's dope. So this camera can get me all the way over here. The range of motion, crazy. I was all the way on the other side of the room. I didn't even know niggas could see me. So y'all can see me over here. So when I was doing that shit over here, I know y'all can barely see because of the light, but that's still dope, man. That's still dope. Y'all, it's bright in here, man. Should have some sunglasses. Oh, you know what? We do. But y'all, we dope. We good now, man. These are a little dark, but I'm gonna work with them. So right now, I'm clocked into Santifa's Lounge. I clocked in at 10 o'clock, but I really didn't get started working until right now. So yesterday, I'm not gonna lie to you, we did okay. You know, every day is 1% forward, and I think that each day, like, you should be recording just like this. And you can do unlimited posts to YouTube. You know that, yo? Unlimited posts to YouTube. I could be up in this bitch every single day recording. Every single day on my grind, letting niggas know what I'm doing and letting niggas know I'm for real. So let me tell y'all what we starting with today. Today is July 24th, I believe. So we got the book club in 2 days. So we reading today, we cleaning up today, and we're running. Well, this is the first day of our running regimen. We're gonna post every day we run, we gotta post. Every day I run, I'm gonna post it. And I'm like, okay, like that's just gonna be a lot of fucking videos on your YouTube. Like every good run you should post. If that's what you got the camera for, because what else you got the camera for? To capture progression, to capture things. You should be recording all the time. You should be recording all the time. I got a camera, I got a printer. So whatever people need for me to do, I can record. I can record your runs. I can be behind you and record you running like that. I can switch to the camera angle. I can get you from the side with my little GoPro. You get what I'm saying? Like that's something I can do simple. Like anything like that I can do with the GoPro. So I should definitely be recording my runs, letting niggas know I run through the city. I'm pretty quick. Maybe do my times on there just so niggas know I'm a runner. And I'm trying to get my time from 7:30 mile to like maybe 6:15. I'm trying to get below 6 minutes. 5:45. I'm running that for 3 miles. Yes, that's fast. That is fast. That is quick. But that's what I'm trying to be. I'm not trying to be average, like me above average. Like, okay, yes, I'm above average. But if we're looking at athletes, when niggas is out here running 5:45, 5:30, oh damn near sprinting a whole marathon, that means I can really get there, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I seen they form, I got their heart, and I'm like, yo, I know I can run faster than 6:30, which I ran the other day. I wasn't even running that fast. Like I felt that in my body. So if I start taking care of my body, getting on my strength training, really getting out there and putting my foot down on the ground and run, I can go so fast. And I'm gonna track my shit. I'm gonna start recording my shit with the camera because we are really out here running. That's one of my first commitments is to be a runner and to run hard and to train to run, to train to run, to train to run. That's my first goal. One of my another goals is we have Black August, so I want to study, fast, fight, train, and I'm for real about that. So when we say study, fast, fight, train, we are going to do intensive collective studying. We are going to study as a group, and we are going to. And I think for next month we could do a little. I don't know. I'm trying to think like collective studying, like decolonizing the mind. This is Black August. How can we bring Black August into the book club? That's what I just started thinking about. But collective studying, we're gonna do some events. We have Curve Fest. We're not doing our summer schools because of some difficulties, but that don't mean we can't do studying. Maybe we can do an online webinar. Like, can we do something in lieu of not having our summer schools? Can we not do maybe one at Red Emma's? Like, summer schools are so crucial, and just because Red Emma's, just because I'm not trying, I'm just like, okay, we leave that alone. I digress. But anyways, I'll come back to that shit later, y'all. But I'm not gonna lie, that shit threw me off. Let me get back to it now. So, we're gonna definitely do our collective studying. We have at Black Alliance for Peace. We have our Black August, right? We have some Black August events coming up on the 3rd. Um, Training. I'm gonna be training, running, training my body on a disciplined regimen, kind of like what Alex is doing. So we're gonna be disciplined. That's another thing I want to commit to during Black August is being disciplined, studying, doing theory and practice, and understand that praxis and being able to articulate what you're doing, what's the theory behind it, what's the context around what you're doing, and how is that aided, how is that embedded in the actions that you do every day. That's another thing of Black August that I want to apply to myself. That those things are important because we want to be make sure that we're being scientific in what we do. We want to make sure that we're understanding what we do really based in this reality, not based in ideals and ideas that we may have about society that don't actually line up with the real reality of what we're seeing. So I want to have a understanding of myself, of my goals, and some methods on how to get to my goals and how and really apply it to my life. Like, okay, I want to get up early. What time are you going to sleep? What are some impediments to that? What Just tell me the conditions of your life, and we can actually implement a plan based off of what your life actually looks like. So in order to do that, you must map out your life. You can't just have this in your head. You can't just walk into the store and you need to buy a TV that's a certain size and you just have the measurement. Like, you don't have it in no articulable form. You don't have it you only have it for yourself. You're not gonna get that what you need. You're not gonna get the right size TV because you can't explain that. You can't articulate. You can't present that information. So in order to map it out, we must present the information. And that's what I was doing yesterday. If you look on the whiteboard, we went through Santifa's Lounge, and we went through everything basically about President Santifa and what it means. So we did that, and we're on the second step. I'm not gonna lie to you. We did that yesterday. Now we're making a plan and we're implementing it on Black August, and when we're gonna record. So what are my commitments to Black August? What's up, y'all? Also, if you look at the way the camera angle, this is some real good video. I can't lie. The camera follow me. I'm good. I'm right here. I'm here. Oh, let me turn my light on just to let y'all know. Huh. We on air at the lounge. Come on now. We on air at the lounge. But that's basically what I have for y'all with that. I really wanted to record myself meditating on things. And then, yeah, I can bring my computer out here real quick. I'm going to have to head off the camera, but I'll be right back. I'm still here on the microphone, though. And that's why I love the mic. It's dope. Because I was in the room talking the other day. But it's still probably sounds like I'm right there. Okay. Okay, I had to get my stool and my computer, which is out there, I think. So today we gonna clean. So I'm back on here. I had to connect that bitch back. Uh-huh. I had to connect that bitch back. Like, you forgot who I was, yo? Look, I'm down here. Can you see me? I can sit like this and I'm on my computer and you can see me. Okay. You can watch this shit real time live. Construct this shit. Look at that bitch. Okay, y'all know y'all seen that. You know, we gonna surround ourselves but by some things that be present. Okay. Punny shots. Oh, be careful. And quick crack. Okay. Got my other device. Okay. My eye mask. You see how I'm lining this stuff up? I'm putting it and I'm laying it in front of me. Okay. I got my meditation stool and I'm meditating right next to these things. So soon I will switch my earbuds out and put in the noise canceling ones and we're gonna do a deep meditation. Okay. So let me actually look for my earbuds. They in my bag. Because that's why I put them. This is why we put things back where they belong. You see how quickly I was able to go grab these because they were where they go? Instead of, okay, where is it? Where did I put this? Where did I put this? Put things back where they belong. So for your microphone, this is going to be the fanny pack you rock. So I need you to keep it clean. When you're at work, you can swap to the other fanny pack. But this is your daily fanny pack. It's gonna have what you need in your fanny pack. It's gonna have your earbuds case in here, your keys, your wallet, or at least your ID, your keys. You can put your phone. Your phone should go in here. Uh, I'm gonna get a portable charger to put in here because seriously, this is real life planning right here. I can't be continuing to look for things where they don't go. You gotta put things where they belong. You get what I'm saying? Like I can't have this no more. Where I'm looking for things, I don't know where they at. Like this, that just can't go on, bro. Yeah, I got a portable charger right here. This is what we're gonna be doing all August. Every single day. I don't care about the bloopers. I don't care about them. Because in a 1 month after I do this every day, my recordings is gonna get better. I can rewatch them, I can study them, but I'm not doing no cutting of no videos. We gotta get better every day. We better plan these videos out, man, because I'm doing it every day, whether you prepared or not. Every day I record for 2 hours at least. And I have recorded sessions where I'm doing what I gotta do, and you'll have two types of recordings. You'll have two types of recordings, bro. You'll have recordings when you're working out and recordings when you outside. And you'll have recordings from events that you've done. Because for Black August, I'm the one who moderating political prisoners. So let me actually put my heart and soul out to these political prisoners in Palestine, those being raided by ICE consistently, who've been raided for decades, started under Democrats. And let's keep the truth out here. What makes us political prisoners? What makes us political prisoners is the fact that we are in a settled colony, and that anytime any one of us can be captured by the state for any political means. We see brothers getting locked up to the war on crime, the war on drugs. Are those brothers not political prisoners? They getting locked up because they black. We getting captured because we're black, and it has to do with political reasons. It has to do with maintaining social order. It has to do with, and when we say social order, what does that mean? It means to maintain the oppression of Africans. We understand that the colonizer uses means of violence and many other tactics in its mission to keep Africans oppressed. And what do I'm saying by that? When we have continuously resisted since before we even left the continent. From the very moments our capture had begun, we have been resisting. And violence has been used, and degradation has been used to coerce Africans into conforming to this system of slavery, to the system of oppression. And this is something that is being done on purpose. So prisons fall in that line of warfare against Africans. It's a means of war. It's a means of war in order to continue and not continue, but to, and I'm trying to find the word, as a means to, in order to, and I'm saying continue to because they have been continue to oppress us. It's a tool of oppression. It's a tool in oppression. And what means does it serve? Uh, Taking people off the streets. They're not dead, but as they're an attempt to disappear people, to remove people from society, to remove them from the work of resistance, in an attempt to disrupt the movement. By taking out people, you are disrupting the movement. Locking up people, that's disruption of the movement. That falls alongside other tactics in counterinsurgency. Now we must continue to read because this is something we need to study and we need to understand all this. Like we need to understand what COINTELPRO played the role and they did, infiltrating organizations. We see nonprofits fall in this tool of warfare. You get what I'm saying? And we need to understand how all these things play a role together. But prisons within this myriad of tools serve to disappear people. They serve to be able to lock anybody up at will in mass. They serve as a means to continue the demonization of Africans, to take away another way to further take their rights away in mass. And when you understand that the United States has the largest prison population in the world at 20% of the world's 20% of the world's population who is locked up by the United States of America. And Africans are 5 times more locked. Our Africans are locked up five Africans. For every one white person, there's 5 Africans locked up. In Georgia, over 40% of the population has gone through the incarceral system. Those hamper things like your ability to get jobs, your abilities to vote. And this is done and employed in mass on Africans who are, oftentimes evidence is planted or bogus charges are often given to Africans. Africans are routinely targeted and discriminated on. Africans are seen as guilty before being seen as innocent. So in a system where Africans are locked up in mass by and those who catch them, the former slave patrol, the police, who have almost over $500 million budget to perpetuate and facilitate the mass the mass locking up, the mass incarceration of Africans. We see the police who continuously being funded, who continuously escalate situations, locking up Africans in this incarceral system, which has continuously demonized Africans to get them sentences from ages as early as 10 years old. When we have one of the highest incarceration rates for young black men in America. So when you understand that this system is a tool not only to suppress resistance of large, political activists such as Mumia Abu-Jamal, but also to lock up Africans in mass in a political way to oppress us as a mass, to restrict our rights, restrict our movement, restrict our freedom as a mass African population. And this falls directly in line with the fact that we are a settler colonial colony. We are a settler colony. We are within a settler colony, which means those who are colonized us, we're inside that. They are the dominant population. So and they continuously police us in accordance, in line with that. And I would have to. This all circles back to my first point. Of okay, there's a settler colony. Okay, and the settler colony. Wait a minute. Let me put this in. The settler colony is established and founded on, and really grew, and only survived via slavery. Slavery was not only the lifeline of the colonies, but it was the fuel of the colonies. It was the thing that allowed the colonies to expand into what they was. It was slavery that made way for industrialism. These things are important to understand because of the integral part that Africans have played in the growing of this empire. Africans built Africans built the prisons, but they didn't lock them up. But now with black leadership class, they is locking them up. So we need to think about the black leadership class and the role that they play in the mass incarceration of Africans. We need to think about that. We need to think about the conditions, not only that, but the conditions that they face within prisons. Moldy food, rotten food. At the same time, we see people denied health care. So many people die from diseases which they would get treatment from in outside, but routinely do the doctors just, put things off to the side, or guards don't even allow prisoners to receive medical treatment. Not only that, but the brutality of prisoners still remains. Prisoners getting hit, beat up, harassed verbally all the time. And in addition to that, the mental diseases the mental illnesses and the mental disorders and the conditions that affect the mind in prison and what they do to people. We see what poverty does to people on the street. Makes people desperate enough to rob. It hardens people. It makes a lot of people brothers cold out here, against their people and willing to do heinous things to other people. Those things are multiplied within prison. A lot of times, a lot of people locked up oftentimes are already pushed to the edge of society. A lot of times. A lot of times these people may have mental illnesses already, may be struggling with drug addiction, may have been in the streets for a long time. So these are the conditions in which we see in prison, which have been created and manufactured by the state in order to keep us in lowly positions of menial work, and a position in which we will not upset the United States empire. Because understand that it's not all about us. It's about Africans all over the place, not just Africans in America. Because, well, they may not be exploiting you like how they used to exploit you then, but they go in and stealing minerals and supporting AFRICOM and supporting the genocide in Palestine. So we see that we have always been, and then also we have brothers going to war. We have a long line history with the U.S. military. And one thing that they used to do on other empires was they would get another army to fight with them that was disconnected from the social issues in the society. That was done in early Europe. But we have fought for this country as Africans. Yes, we have been involved in wars, you know, and not only that, we have fought many times within this country, from the Civil War to World War I to World War II. And we have seen and witnessed these wars within the borders of this country, the Vietnam War. So I'm thinking about not only do we upset just not only can Africans upset the treatment of how Africans and have been treated within the borders of the United States, the conditions that we face, but we also advocate for other people. So I had a point that I was getting to, but I was just developing that idea, like, of why we see the repression of Africans. We see the repression of Africans not only because we see the repression of Africans because their potential for revolution. We have one of the highest potential for revolution. Who else is out here like Africans are out here? I'm so serious. On the street, who else is out here like Africans is out here? Who else is out here like Africans is out here? I'm seeing I see them. I see Hispanics rising up. I do see large mass protests of people for Palestine. A lot of all different types of people come out. But I would say as a group, black people. I'm not trying. I'm serious. Black people. We don't see no white organization. We don't see. I see Indian organizations. I see immigrant organizations. But we have the most advocates for Africans. It's clear. The history of Africans in this country is so clear. I'm like, come on. The Chinese Exclusion Act. They was kicking Chinese out. They tried to kick us out, but we were the dominant labor force in this country. We were the dominant labor force in this country. We still make up a large part of menial labor forces. We continue to be a large part of the labor force in this country. I'm just being real with you. These are the things that they don't want us to understand. Like, it's Black Lives Matter. I'm not hearing that. I mean, these things are always national. Black uprisings are always on the news. Black people are always on the news. It's really a largely African thing. And that has to do with the fact that we were brought here as slaves. We were brought here to work the land. And as America shows, they have continuously evolved in their means of oppression Africans. So this is the understanding that we have, and we see police brutality today. We see that 3 people in Baltimore City this month just got killed. A 7-year-old woman, somebody having a mental health crisis, killed in places I've been. Oh my God. Places that I've been. We was just out where brother got killed. Not even far from here. This is crazy. So for Black August, we are committed to struggle outside the bars. And we are inspired by those behind bars and their commitment to struggle. Their commitment to studying. Secret studying. And people don't even study when they have the chance to be in a circle. Fasting. And not just fasting because the food is bad, but hunger strikes. Let's call it what it is. This is an act of resistance, fasting. I refuse to eat to let you know that I'm not rocking with these conditions. Let's take that. That's real. I mean, really starving. Making real change. Your struggle is making change. You not eating brought better food for everybody else in that prison. Read Albert Woodfox Solitary. Him and his other comrade didn't eat. Everybody else food got better. And they brought change all around. And they brought that struggle to multiple prisons, to multiple cells, and started all over. That struggle was successful. The hunger strike. That hunger strike made real changes in that society. In real changes. These actions, they really do work. And they change behind bars. Imagine what we can do outside of bars. If we continue to fight as hard as they have been fighting. And let's not forget a lot of these political, and the fact that people become political prisoners well incarcerated. Through their struggle, through me and other comrades behind prison, they have become politicized just like we have become politicized on these streets. So this struggle going on in prison is a very real struggle. It's a very important struggle. A lot of our comrades that we know today, aside of Shakur, were political prisoners, are continuing to be political prisoners. They still out here fighting. At the same time, we out here. So we gonna, draw from them, and not just draw from them, in a, what's the word I'm trying to find? In a sense, like real sense, like we are literally gonna draw from them. We're not gonna forget about them. We're gonna advocate for them. We gotta think about who are our political prisoners today. Those being locked up in detention camps, those being locked up in Palestine, those being locked up in Haiti, those being locked up in Puerto Rico, those being locked up in LA, those being locked up right here in Baltimore. These are our political prisoners today. And in addition to that, any one of us through our work, our organizing can become political prisoners just because of the nature of this state. So that's what I have to say, and this is what I'm going to work at and expand upon. I have done a lot of work around political prisoners. I truly have. I've read multiple books on political prisoners. Safia Bukhari, The War Before, Huey P. Newton, Revolutionary Suicide, Applewood Fox, Solitary. Now I just started reading what's his name? Another one. I can't remember his name. Billy Seals' book. Something in Time. I started reading that one a little bit. Give me another context. A Shot of Shakur. I didn't finish it, but I started reading it. I've read all those. The Tip of the Spear, which we're reading right now. So I just want to keep this in mind when I do my work. These are things that I want to draw from, and then I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna finish yapping. So it's 10:54, and I just spent my time, really preparing for this town hall. We got Curve Fest. We got a whole month to do this, man. So I'm gonna sit down real quick and tell y'all about who I am and what I want to do. So my name is President Santifa, and I want to be. I want my spirit. I want to be spiritual. I want to be driven by my spirit. I want to be driven by passion. I want to be driven by passion. I want to be driven by passion. And I don't want my passion to be my passion of the body. I want my passion to be of my heart. I want to be driven by my heart. And I want to put things in my heart. Things I want to know. I want my heart to know what is important to me. I want my heart to know what's important to me. Black Alliance for Peace is important to me because that's really connecting us to the struggle of so many people. It connects us to organizations, just so many lives. And it makes us better people. I want to commit to AAPRP because I'm I'm actually so healthy. My body good. I'm pretty intelligent. And the fact that I'm pretty committed and that I'm local to Baltimore City, it makes me a really good ally. And I'm committed to this struggle. I want to improve my body. I want to learn how to dance. I want to be like bro and the spook who sat by the door. I'm slipping his name. I actually really his name is not in my head. But I want to be like that, trained and intelligent. I want to actually have myself together. I want to feel confident in myself and like I know myself. And now I'm really working towards something every day. I'm working hard. And I'm not worried about getting distracted. I'm tired of the distractedness. That's what I'm tired of. I'm tired of it. I don't need to worry about nobody else but myself right now. I'm not worried about nothing. I don't, and I'm about to walk away real quick. I'm about to wash these sheets, man. I'm trying to get the house cleaned up. So I'm about to cut the video and charge my phone and switch to the other one.